Good morning, everybody. Welcome to AppBuilders 2018. This is Elif. Today I'm going to talk about how we build an instant app. I'm coming from Turkey. Before we start, who am I? I have been working for almost 7 years on mobile technologies at my company. It's Garant Technology. It's a BBV group company. Besides of the work, I am one of the Google Developer Group and Women Tech Makers Istanbul organizers. And also, I am a Google Developer Expert in Android. If you have any questions about the committees, you can ask me at breaks. Today, I'm going to try a new thing. If you have any questions while I am talking, you can ask as using slide.do. I generated a code. It will be every slide. First, I'll take these questions and then other questions you have. So, what's an instant app? We can think that an instant app, a bridge between the web applications and mobile applications, but at the end, it's a real mobile application. It's a part of our application. It gives native experience, but without installation. And because of it's a part of our application, it gives a consistent app experience. And you can discover it from everywhere, because you can reach it by searching at Google, or you can send the link to your friends. How do they work? This is my favorite example, actually. New York crossword puzzle has an instant app. If you search New York crossword at Google, you will see the instant keyword near the application link. If you click, and if you if you use it as the first time, you will see this screen, and the instant app will be open, and you see the install button at the top of the page. You can download the whole application from there, or you can just use the instant app. You can reach your instant apps at last use apps from your phone. And this is new. If you have an instant app, when you search the instant app at Google Play, you will see Try Now button, and when you click it, you can just try it without installation, thanks to instant apps. So, why should we develop an instant app? The first one is conversion. You have users, but these users can't be mobile users, so you can make them mobile users. You can reach to the new audience, and also you can try new use cases. What we need for development environment, it comes with Android 3.0 instant app support. So the minimum version should be this. And also you should download instant app SDK, and you will use AppLink Assistant to create the links. And you can try it emulator, but at least it should be 5.1. So it's cool. Our users now start to use our applications without downloading, but how we can do this? First of all, you have to change the structure of your application a little bit. At the end, each application have at least one feature, and most of them have multiple features. You should change a little the structure. For example, the common utils, common resources should be at base feature of your new structure. And if you want to open a feature with instant app, you should move that part of the code add features. At the end of my talk, I'll give a quick demo. Probably it will be more understandable how we build. So we said features. Features are very similar to the library modules. They build APKs for instant app, but lies as library modules in our installable apps. And instant app module contains these feature modules. So this is a basic structure of an instant app. We have one feature, it's the base feature actually. Both the instant app and the installable app modules use this. What changed? Actually, the package name is same because it's part of your application. The only changing thing is your plugin will be feature instead of library or application. And if it's the base feature, you set this at a Gradle file. This is the Instant Apps Gradle file. You need to give your features as dependencies. If you have one feature and one base feature, it should be like this. And this is our application, installable applications manifest file. The package name is same. The only changing thing, yeah, is our application, so the plugin should be application. This is a sample of more complicated structure. We have two features. They use the same base feature. It should be. And our instant app module and app module uses these features and also the base feature. But it's a little different at Gradle files if we have multiple features. Every feature could be written as feature at Gradle file and need the base feature as dependency. At our base feature, we need to give each feature as dependency at the Gradle file. This is how our activity seen at manifest. Actually, if you have tried deep links before, it's very similar. Your activity should be browsable. Its category should be default. You need to give a host path prefix and shim. What is the difference? At deep links, you need a website. It maps this, and you can open that specific part of your application. But at the end, you have to download the application. If you already have the application, at deep links, you will open directly that page. If your user don't have the application, then the Google Play page will be open. And then if you click the link, then you open that specific page. At Instant Apps, Google Play do this. You don't need a website. And when the user clicks, if they don't have the application, thanks to Google Play, you download that specific part of the application and use it, not the whole one. So the important thing is bundle size. This is the restriction of Instant App. You can go up to 10 megabytes at development track, but it should be at most 4 megabytes at release track. But you can increase the size as changing the base feature and feature modules sizes. For example, if you give 1 megabyte to your base feature, then you will have 3 megabytes for your features. And according to your choice, you can change this. And you have to upload your applications at under another section at Google Play. So this supports us to make a different or tricky solutions. For example, you shouldn't, but if you want, you can open a new project with the same package name and create the instant app and upload to the market. But it's not the best way, but you can. And some helpful things. Probably the most important thing we gain at Instant Apps is our size of application, because of the 4 megabyte restriction, we have to rebuild our application. At this point, APK Analyzer would be helpful. We can see which part of our application, how much megabyte keeps, libraries, resources, etc. And also using ProGuard is important, but we should be careful about using it. I'll explain at another slide. And also, the framework gives us if you are in the instant app or not. That will be helpful. Using WebP for image optimization is another important point. And also, you can use downloadable fonts. It starts with support library 26. It would be helpful. And another thing is configuration splits. If you use configuration splits, actually it has 3 dimensions: density, architecture, and language. For example, you give English and Turkish as language, and there will be 2 different APKs for languages. If you are using your phone as in English, then only the English APK will be downloaded, and that will be helpful for your application size. And the same with architecture and density. I said we should be careful about using ProGuard. The important point is here. Yes, you know, base feature encapsulates the common features, but the framework doesn't actually. Because of this, you should keep the classes that will be used at features at your Gradle file, at your ProGuard file of your base feature. And also, if you have multiple features, and if you are using obfuscation, then some classes may be renamed as the same name. So unfortunately, you shouldn't activate obfuscation at non-base modules. And permissions, internet, billing, camera, some common permissions are allowed in instant apps. And also, instant app foreground service and read phone numbers come with Android Oreo. At local storage, only access to external storage and exported content provided are not permitted. There are some unsupported features, of course. Long-range background services, manifest registered broadcast receivers, externally accessible content providers, re-engagement notifications, and access to content providers from other applications won't be allowed. But you don't need at an instant app, actually. So, the practices for UX. Like for the other applications, we should follow material design guideline. We can prompt the installation of our application. Actually, there is an install API to install the application, but you don't push the user to download the whole application. You can ask gently, but install the full app, get the app upgrade isn't allowed. And also, you should reconsider your success metrics. You let your users to complete a full task with using an Android instant app. The success metric won't be how much my downloads increase. Instead of this, how many of my users completed their task while using Android instant apps. Probably, if you are e-commerce, if you have an e-commerce application, maybe this can be how much you gain while using an instant app at sales. And another important thing, this instant apps is part of your application, so you don't branch your UI. And another important thing, you see the up buttons here. Probably the activity you give the users in the your installable app won't be the homepage. So maybe it has an up button, but you should check at your instant apps and don't let your users kick out of your instant app when they click the up button. And you should use smart lock for identity. Allow your user complete a task. As I said, you can say prompts to install, but you should be careful and you should remove non-functional sections of your app. With Android Oreo, you can keep your user states. Android, it's not allowed, but if you can, you should. You have to use Google Payment API for purchases within your Instant App, and also you should provide a way to share your Instant App URLs. Yeah, your user can reach your Instant App URLs while searching, but also, for example, I have an application, but my friend doesn't. I share the link, and then she or he opens the application, or you can send via emails. You should find a way. And this is the demo time. I hope it will be more understandable. Is it seen? Yes, I guess. This is a code resource from CodeLab. I'll share the resources after my talk. It's a very basic application. It has a sign-in screen. It's a quiz application, actually. Let's first start the application and see what is it like. As you see, it's simple. Now we change the application and make it an instant app. This will be our base feature. Now I won't need application ID. I need to connect. Yes. I make it false for the demo to be more fast. Let's think. Oh, okay. Thank you. And also we said that this is our base feature. Think one more time. Yeah. Doing demo is always risky, but I'll try my chance. Okay. Now it's like a library module. It's our feature module. We can't use it alone, but now we will add a new module. Phone and tablet. The first, we will use this in our installable app. I'll take the package name from here. Okay. I don't need an activity. Let's finish and wait. Okay, let's go to the project view. We will delete some of the resources actually we don't need. All of our code at Topeka base for this sample. Can delete this. And all the other resources. I guess I am not sure. I couldn't change. I don't need this. And I will delete the resources also. Okay, let's move to Android view. We will give our base feature as dependency. And we need to give data binding enabled. Yes. Let's sync. Okay, the build is successful. Now we can try our new application structure, all of the code as Topeka base module. And we don't have anything at Topeka application, but it will be the same at device, as I suppose. Okay, it's open as just same like with the previous one. So we can now create our instant app module. This time I will choose instant app. I will change the name as Topeka instant app and finish. Yes, it's still building. Okay, now we can check the Gradle file of our instant app. It's instant app, as you see, as plugin site. And now we need to implement our base feature as dependency. Yes, and sync. yeah, build is successful, but we can't just basically run our instant app because it needs the URL. Now we will use AppLink Assistant. Under the tools, from clicking the plus button, we can basically add our first activity was sign-in activity, and I will open it with using Instant App, and one more link for HTTPS. Okay, now I'll edit the configurations. It asks for URL. Okay. I'll check. Sign actually they are same, but let's try once more time. Actually same.
The last word you typed before was singing.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, because I read wrong at first time. Thank you. Now we can run. Because I tried this demo before at this emulator, we won't see the screen between and showing the instant app, but we can see it will be open as similar to our application. Yeah. Actually, today, that's my whole presentation was this. If you have questions, I can take. First, check if you ask. Yeah, you ask. For indicate, there is not a restriction, as I know, but it should be under 4 megabytes in release. If you have to do this, of course, you can. I didn't try Dagger. Probably it works, but again, the 4 megabyte size is important. Yes, we can use Fabric, but I'm not sure we can use Fabric beta. Yes, we have actually a beta store. Let's back to the slide. You can test your applications using from different tracks under Instant App releases. Development, pre-release are very similar to beta, not to beta, but they are similar. Do you have any other questions I can take now? I guess we have time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How do you interact with this multi? I mean, now you have your instant app. Do you also use this instant app in your regular app?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just for getting the users, and then you don't use this instant app anymore? Or do you go back to these activities in your real application?
You ask, we can use at the same time the instant app or installable app, or?
I mean, how do they interact? If I have an application structure,
Yeah.
Can I reuse the code from this instance app, or is it also used in the real application, or is it just for this instant app?
Well, actually, it should be used in the real application, and it should be part of the real application. It shouldn't be a different application. But we can take that small app, our real app containing some small applications, and user just download one of them.
So basically, I can use different instant apps, combine them.
Yes.
Whole application, and if the user just wants to run one instant app, he can run just this, or he can install the whole application and have all the instant apps. That's right, or how do you, how do you structure the application with these modules and these features and this instant app? Just still the normal structure?
Well, actually, it changes according to how big your application. If it's a small application, it would be easy to open your features, and probably you won't change lots of the code. But if it's a very big application, big database, it would be harder, but you will need a base feature for your common utils in your real application and some common resources. And if you want to open a feature in your application as instant apps, you need to move the code to that part, and other classes, other part of your application can stay also. It don't need to be at features, but if you open as instance app, it should be at features. And your application should use these features also for these classes. Yeah.
Hey, great presentation.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if I mentioned it or I understood it. Is there a possibility to have multiple features?
Yes. Yes.
So I can deploy 10 features in different instant apps. They can be accessed by different URLs.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay, great.
Do you have any other questions?
Set the back button should keep the user out of the app. What should it actually do if there's a back button?
Well, actually, if you have multiple pages in your instant app, yes, you should up button, and user should move in your instant app. But if it's the first page of your instant app, you should maybe home button or any other thing according to you. The user should know this is the first one, and if I click to back, I will get out of the application. Is there? Yeah.
Maybe I'm asking the same thing, but so if your application's already broken up into modules, maybe you have a sign-up module. In order to turn it into use for an instant app, I can just convert it to an instant app module and still reuse that in the main app. It's not like I have to duplicate it or anything.
Well, maybe you can try to use Smart Lock API to sign in your users and keep the identity at instance app. Then the users can open different pages with using this. I didn't try this case, but
Well, just maybe not sign up, but just any module. If we're not using instant apps, I can turn it into an instant app.
well, you can actually check if you're in the instant app or not. According to this, you can change the scenarios. Maybe you can't open another page or restrict the user. Just open that specific page. The framework gives it. Then, thank you.